Welcome to Finance Friday. This week I'm going to talk to you about Social Security and Medicare and basically my realities of those two things. I will remind you that I am not a financial person, so do your own research, and of course your experience may be quite different than what mine is. So first of all, I took my Social Security at 62. I am someone who will work my entire life. I enjoy being busy, I enjoy working, I don't know how to just sit and do nothing. But for a lot of people, they're waiting for their Social Security so that they can retire and enjoy their life and not have to do anything. But I noticed a long time ago that, like, if I went to flea markets, a lot of the people there at flea markets, the stand holders were elderly. And I thought, this is really hard work, buying things and bringing them, loading them, standing there all day in the cold or the sun or whatever, and then having to load them up at the end of the day. I thought, this is awfully hard work for someone this age to be doing. If you go to the grocery store, at least around here, a lot of your cashiers are senior citizens. Well, now I understand why they are, because you can't live on Social Security. Now, one of my fancy maps. This is Social Security. If you are an average American, couple, when you get to Social Security age, the main breadwinner gets this much Social Security, and then the spouse gets spousal support, which is half of this, which is like this much Social Security. Now, that's fine if you are a two-person household, but for some of us, I'm divorced. So for all the years that we had the landscape business, he got paid, I didn't. So I have to get spousal, because I was married for over 10 years, we were together for 40. I get this amount. He gets this amount, I get this amount to live on. So yeah, that's a little rough. But if you are a couple in a home together, he's getting this. We'll assume he's the main breadwinner, and the spouse is getting this. But what happens when she dies? That goes away, and he just gets this. So there's part of your income, your monthly income that you used to survive on. And of course, if he dies, this goes away for her, and she gets his. So, when you're together, this together may be enough to meet your monthly expenses. But when one of you goes away, this goes away, and all you're left with this. So that's a little bit tough. Now, of course, when you get your Social Security, one of the things they do is they take out your Medicare. That was another surprise to me. I assumed that you pay in to Medicare your entire life. I've been working since I was 15 years old. That then when you get Medicare, there's no cost to you. Yes, there is. You pay for your Medicare insurance. And then you pay for another insurance policy on top of that to cover what Medicare doesn't cover. And then if you need medication, you get another policy for that, which I only take one medication, and that's my treatment for my osteoporosis. But that cost, without insurance, $3,248 a month. So you better bet I have that insurance to help cover that. And of course, then you have your deductibles. So there's a lot of expense with that. I can tell you in my case that once I pay my Medicare out of my Social Security and my secondary backup plan for what Medicare doesn't cover, and then my prescription coverage, do you know how much Social Security I get a month? $498 a month. Who's surviving on that? Nobody that I know. The average person, and again, we're going to be talking breadwinner, gets $2,075 a month Social Security. And, most people aren't surviving on that. So what I found out really quickly was, number one, insurance is costing me a lot, whereas I thought my insurance would more or less be covered. And of course, that Social Security, if you're on your own, you're on your own. So what do you do in that case? Well, like a lot of people, like I said, you see people at flea market, you see people at grocery stores who are still working. Now, maybe they're working because they want to be busy. That would be me wanting to be busy. But how do you make ends meet? Well, I work a part-time job. I get my little bit of Social Security. I do my videos. Now, I don't make a lot of money doing these. I had someone recently kind of complain to me that it seems like I'm always trying to sell something. Well, I've got bills to pay. So I have my books that I sell. Of course, I have my Amazon shop, which doesn't pay me very much. If someone wants to order things from Amazon, they go in my Amazon shop. Even if it's not in my shop, anything they order from Amazon through my shop, I get a couple pennies on, and that adds up to a little something every so often. And then I have my stand store, which I've been selling some videos and some products on there. So yeah, if you're a senior citizen, you've got to figure out what other revenue streams can you bring in. But yeah, the reality is in this country, if you're a senior citizen, you're probably struggling to make ends meet. And I'm lucky enough, I have some savings, so I can dip into that every so often if I need to. But yeah, if you're coming near to Social Security age, near to Medicare age, yeah, sit down, talk to a financial advisor and find out like what can you do, and think in terms of what can you do for a job? What can you do? You know, can you be a content creator? Is there something can you write a book about something? Can you sell a product? Or what can you do to make extra income? Because honestly, not too many people are making it on this. So let me know in the comments what what you found, what helps you, and how you're managing on Social Security and Medicare.